Welcome, everyone. My name is Vandana Atara, and I'm your hostess with the mostest today. Thank you for joining today. We're going to dive into the spirit realms, the inner realms of the 5D spirit doctors, surgeons, and shamans. And I'm happy and grateful and really excited to play with you today. So today's our kind of sacred gathering today is not only meant to support you, but to help you to really realize, to activate and develop not only your intuitive empathic gifts as an energy sensitive empath, as a psychic empath, but also to really enhance and give you a greater sense of ease and confidence around sharing your healing abilities you came in with. And as a starseed empath, we know that we're naturally connected to the stars, and we all have a spirit team. And our spirit team overlights us, advises us, guides us, and comforts us in our hour of need, but also helps us to prevent all forms of mind, body, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional sickness, illness, and dis-ease, as well as treat us and help us recover from any form of malady, any form of imbalance, when we may become ill due to chronic or extreme stress or unfortunate circumstances that we or our loved ones may face. And so I'd love to first find out from you if you have experience calling in and working, co-partnering and collaborating with your own team. And if so, can you please share with our group today your, if it's okay, your experience and what you would like to receive from today's information, meditation, and transmission. What is it that's missing? Is it a divine or a stronger, clearer connection with the spirit realms, with your higher self, your higher power, your inner healer, or your inner doctor? And also, have you been feeling disconnected or disembodied, or are you disassociating from your own body, from your birthright, which is to experience at least some degree of joy, of calm, of ease, and just to allow yourself to be the spirit of grace, to experience miracles at least once or twice. And also those really lovely synchronicities when life just seems to be going your way and you're in the flow, you're in that Zen zone, right? So tell me about your experiences with your team and what happens when, or what has happened when you haven't trusted your intuition, your gut, your heart, and you disconnected from source, or you just overlooked what you already knew. Was it usually always a lot worse when you didn't trust your natural instincts right away? So let me know your experience in the chat box, and I'm going to be checking that as we go along today. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, Gayla, Amy, Deborah, Walter, Kaylee, Kate, Melissa, Gloria. Yeah, please go ahead and share with the group or share with me privately. Find the chat box and let me know what it is that you're ready to experience today. What is it that's missing, that you feel is lacking from your life, that connection, that elation, or that just feeling like you have more ease in your own body. Yeah. So I'll just wait a moment to hear from everyone in the chat box. And what I'm going to do today in the hour that we're together is just talk with you, connect you to your own spirit team. And we're all channels, right? We all are divine light instruments. We're spirit in human form. And that means we're all born with a spirit team, whether you call them your guardian angels, your guardians, your allies that are always on your side, that always have your back, and that pop up and show up when you least expect it and when you most need them to. So, yes, I'd love to hear from you, and just know that our spirit teams, and they're going to be different for everyone depending on what your number one healing priority is right now. But they come and go depending on what your soul needs in each and every moment. And so today I really want you to feel their energy. I want you to feel that you're not alone on this planet. So I'll be talking to you a little bit about what is the difference between a 5D doctor and our 3D everyday earth reality doctors, our care providers that are in the physical. And how can we tell the difference? How can we sense? How can we be open enough and trusting enough to sense the presence of these invisible, benevolent, compassionate, loving light beings? What needs to happen first? What kind of shift do we need to experience first in order to raise our vibration, to expand our consciousness, and to no longer take on the pain of the most traumatized collective nervous system? And what does that mean? That means that we're living in a time of uncertainty, unpredictability. Anything can happen. How do we ground ourselves with this divine connection? How do we anchor this light? How do we be light, right? How do we shine our light without fear or mistrust or doubt in who we are and why we're here, why we've come at this time of the greatest shift, the greatest paradigm shift on the planet? How can we override, move beyond, and rise above all of the division, the separation, the conflict, right, in this timeline? How can we at least prepare ourselves to really connect with the source of life, with the universe, and always expect with trust, with hope, with strength, that we are safe, that in each and every moment that we connect with our higher self, our purpose, our inner healer, and our spirit team, that things can only go smoother and be better, and that we can feel safer again. Beautiful. Thank you, Walter. I'll take a quick look at the chat box before we continue. And again, I'm going to be explaining and introducing you to your own team, And your team can have many different types of members, teachers, advisors, mentors, doctors, surgeons, shamans, angels, allies. The allies can be animal allies, like totems. They can be ancestors, loving ancestors. And like I said, they change often depending on where you're at in your own ascension process, your own soul development. Beautiful. So Gayla says, I wholeheartedly believe in our ability to heal ourselves. Yes, Gayla says she was recently diagnosed with breast cancer and it's been a wake-up call. Gayla says she wants to heal herself and then help loved ones and whoever comes into her path for help. Yes, great respect to you, Gayla. Thank you and bless you for sharing that. I think in many ways, it seems to me, I sense that we're all going through a wake-up call. Any type of unexpected event that creates shock or surprise or catches us off guard, whether that is our own distress or a diagnosis or even some kind of new diagnosis that causes us to become frozen, numb, and anxious. And so what I want to share with you, Gayla, is that we don't have to be perfect to start now to heal the planet. And we can do this in person, online, remotely, or at a distance. And we can do this to heal. We can use these multidimensional healing modalities like Spirit Doctor, the Spirit Doctor Practitioner Program, to start now, even to heal our inner child, to learn how to reparent and hold, embrace all of these unprocessed, wounded feelings that no one was able to do for us. We can do that for ourselves. And then we can also do it for others by being of service. And when we are of service, and when we feel that we have a purpose, and we're not just isolating and sitting back and doing and feeling unimportant or unseen, unheard, or invisible, then we suffer less. So we don't have to have all the answers to start even a part-time practice or even to volunteer at an animal shelter or a hospital. We don't have to have all the answers and we don't have to be in perfect health for us to still use the gifts that we were born with, the gifts in our starseed DNA. Thank you, Gayla. Let's take a look here. I hope that was helpful. And Walter says, hi, Vandana. I've taken Galactic Doctors courses with you, but don't feel their presence yet. I think that is the most important keyword that you just added in. So thank you for saying yet and for being open and willing to be able to sense their presence, to sense the divine presence, which is really a reflection of you and your gifts and strengths. And remember, there's not just one way to sense spirit or a loving presence. Whether you consider yourself or identify as clairvoyant, which means you have a clear spirit sight, or a clairaudient, which means you may hear messages from spirit or from your loved ones, ancestors, or whether you just have that strong feeling sense, that gut sense, which means that you're clairsentient, you're a deeply feeling, energy sensitive soul. You're an empath. You feel very deeply because your mirror neurons in your brain cells are very activated, which means that you could, if someone experiences pain, you actually feel their pain in your body. So what I'm saying is that there are many different ways to experience or sense, use any of your six senses to sense spirit visitations. Sometimes they come also in dreams, prophetic dreams, or just unusual, very vivid dreams or lucid dreams. And I just want to add that the majority of the work happens in dream time. So when we're sleeping, that's when our spirit team can really get in, can really open us up because we're the most receptive and we don't have our barriers, our walls up. There's no armor around us. We're not caught in our spinning, looping systems, our brains, our minds, our heads. We're not in our head space. We're in our heart space. We're just open and we're just space. And through these teachings, you'll learn how to be space, how to enjoy the essence of just space and grace. Beautiful. So I hope that was helpful, Walter. Amy, hi. Amy says that her physical body doesn't always match the intergalactic quantum experiences that she has. Absolutely. How many of you can relate to that and what Amy is saying? And the reason for this, I just want to address this part of your chat, Amy. That's okay. The reason for this is that everything is accelerating, speeding up. Things are happening faster. The truth is being exposed for more and more people. Masks are dropping. People are actually noticing the energies of the planet shifting and ascending. And so our energy bodies are growing and ascending and evolving. Even our chakras are evolving and ascending. We're growing and developing new ascension chakras that will eventually replace the old ones, I'm told. And so our energy bodies, right, are lifting, opening, expanding, growing, but our the density in our physical bodies won't allow us to catch up to our galactic bodies, our galactic light bodies. And so sometimes as we're growing and things are changing so rapidly, there seems to be a mismatch, but don't worry, your physical body will catch up and it will happen easier and faster if you can begin to unzip the density, the heaviness, and the blocks, the armor that we've developed in childhood as a way of staying safe and protected. So many times we can't really grow that rapidly because there are still lessons to learn, but also we're holding and storing a lot of pain from other bodies and even from other planets and galaxies, from other beings. And we don't even know why, because we're so empathic. And so if we're holding on to all of this and storing, right, and carrying all of that density, then our bodies will take longer to catch up to our spirit bodies. Does that make sense? I hope it sure does. Beautiful. Let me continue reading. And Amy says that her eyes, thyroid, and physical body is scanning the environment. Yes, you are. And we all are, especially now because we don't know who to trust. We don't know who's on our side or the other side, who's a friend or an enemy, who's safe and who's unsafe, right? That's what I meant before, that there's a lot of division more than ever on the planet with humanity, with us, with our species. So when we do that, it's also a way that we intuitively and instinctively operate from, to just make sure that everything, that we're okay, that we're in the right place with the right people, the right group. And so it's okay that you're doing this automatically. This is sort of like a way that our nervous systems can stay regulated. So I hope that that makes sense. And yes, and you're also scanning your environment and the feedback loop for lower types of energies. And so remember that everyone is on their own path. Some are further along than others on their ascension path. And so if we could retrain our brain to move beyond that cognitive dissonance of black or white, right, wrong, good, bad thinking, higher vibration, lower vibration, and to release all of those deeply embedded and conditioned judgments, that would be a lot easier. That would make our lives and our journey a lot easier. And remembering that energy is never born, it can never die, but it can change and transform into something better. So even spirits, you know, who no longer have a physical body, even they're on a soul level, even they can change. They can evolve too. And then lastly, Amy's saying that the community that she physically lives in is also a lower frequency. So it perhaps we can just witness this community as being a different vibration than yours. I can also relate to that because where I live for the last like 30 years or longer, it's also a vibrational mismatch. And many of our relationships were also out vibing because the other person stays the same, is not even remotely interested in changing or growing or becoming a better person or a kinder person. And so, but we're always taking courses and trying to better ourselves, and we care about the welfare of humanity and our species. So if one is changing and one is vibing on a different platform, a different frequency or octave of consciousness, and the other is not, it doesn't feel right. You're right. And it is difficult. However, it's not impossible to heal. And that's why we need a spiritual community of like-minded souls who are pretty much vibing, not necessarily at the same rate, but they have the same values, right? And we're kind of coming from the same place. Like we all know we're going home, but each of us is taking a different route because we all have different unique gifts. So it shouldn't be that hard to reboot if you're grounded and if your nervous system is regulated. And that's what having a spirit team is. That's their energy medicine, if you will, that they impart on us. So we don't feel alone or so different or like left out or left behind. Our spirit team consists sometimes of thousands of souls that are always with us, right? that are always, that deeply understand where we're coming from and want to help us. But we just have to be open, because if we're closed or shut down, we just can't see them. We can't feel them. We can't recognize them, because we're so used to being in fight or flight that we have decided on some level, or maybe we have a soul contract or a vow or an agreement passed on by ancestors, that life is scary and life is a threat and life is dangerous. And that just leads to hypervigilance, where everyone and everything feels like a threat. Okay, so the idea here is to feel safe, safe in your body. Beautiful. I hope that was helpful, Amy. Gloria. Hi, Gloria. The heart of Matrix, our team. I received a healing light energy. I was diagnosed. Can somebody mute their mic, because I'm hearing a little bit of feedback? Gloria's saying she was diagnosed with having a gallbladder. I guess you meant gallbladder disease, or maybe a gallstone, and that your eyes are blurred in reading and eyesight problems. You'd like to activate your profound gifts as a healer. Well, you're in the right place, Gloria. Beautiful. Thanks for coming. Also, Gloria is saying that she would like to be a successful healer for her clients. Awesome. And if you don't try, you'll never know. If you just give up, then you'll never know also. If you decide, if you make some type of unconscious decision that there's no hope, it's too late, you're too old, you're this, you're that, you don't have enough money to take courses, or you're just going to wither away and never realize your life purpose. That is the saddest thing, that a lot of people are under that spell. So we're here today to break that spell. And Gloria says that she wishes her friends and relatives would accept her. Absolutely. I've had to let go of a lot of old friends and acquaintances, because it was just too hard, and it didn't feel like I was coming from my integrity to maintain them. So if anything feels like work and feels too hard, you're not in the right place. You're not with your tribe. And that's okay, because when those doors close, 1,000 more doors will fling open and hold you and support you, so you can connect with your tribe, the tribe that really appreciates and really values your unique gifts. And they're all different for everyone. And then Gloria says that she had a car accident. Sorry to hear that. But after that, you awakened. So that another wake up call, right? So I'm glad to hear that you awakened. I'm assuming you mean that your gifts, dormant gifts before, awakened and became much stronger for you, much more pronounced, right? So in a way, it's almost like, was that a divine intervention or a blessing in disguise? We just have to live in the question. So I love the fact that so many of you are asking questions and sharing, because I did have a strong guidance from my team this morning that I wanted to really interact with you more. But I also want to invite you and tell you more about this opportunity coming up, actually this Saturday, the training program. So beautiful. Thank you for being so thank you for your contribution today, for your energy is amazing. Deborah's saying, faith healing. I have only child energy for spirit to my knowledge, and believe that whomever I am working on is receiving what they are supposed to. Actually, our spirit teams are all here in our container, in this cosmic container already, and they're nudging you to do what you were meant to do. And you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Wherever you are, whatever stage of your life you are at, that's the perfect place for you to start. That's There's no right time or perfect time. It's all time. Um, yeah, that's beautiful. So yes, everyone is, even right now, receiving this star or this energy medicine. And we just have to trust, just like we do with Reiki, that we are master healers. We are light beings, and we are allowed, we have full permission to shine our big bright light to the world, to be that example, that shining example of what is possible, to be that advocate for people who have no voice, to empower and inspire the world, one being at a time. Yes. And so you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Everyone's receiving what they're supposed to be receiving. There are no accidents. Yeah, and that's okay. You don't have to have all the details. Gayla says, yes, that was helpful. Thank you. Gloria is saying, I feel numbness, both of my legs after giving healing to clients. So that may mean, that may signify that you are trying yourself to heal them instead of just being that open vessel, that channel for healing. Instead of allowing your spirit team to work through you and for your client. And the lighter and the more open we are, and the more aligned we are, the greater the healing outcome will be. And being an empath is not always easy, though it is a gift. Some of us still struggle with navigating. How do we show up for others, but at the same time, not take on, pull in, and absorb their pain, their struggles, their suffering? And that's what you'll learn in this program. Also, how to overcome, even though your heart is in the right place and you want the best for your client, how not to allow these types of energies to detract you. We don't want to freeze. We don't want to be numb. We want to have full flexibility and mobility when we're working with people. The goal is here to be a completely open channel, crystal clear channel. And that's what you'll also learn in this program. And Gloria is asking, well, what can I do to help myself to overcome it? And I'll just take one or two more questions, and then I'm going to guide you through a journey, a mini spirit surgery with the galactic light surgeons, doctors, and shamans, so that you could taste a sample of what it feels like to be that powerful and that agile, and that connected to spirit, but mostly how it can really allow our inner healer to not only wake up, to awaken, but also to support all beings, right? Because if we have locked up our inner healer in a prison cell because it never felt safe, or we never were told we had permission to, then it's more difficult to be that open and clear channel for this healing from the universe, from the higher dimensions. So we don't want you to be numb or to have any kind of physical challenges when you're working with people. And also, the good part about this program is you can also work on your clients at a distance, remotely, and also on Zoom, which might be easier on your body if you're still processing your own painful past trauma. So that might make it easier than having to stand or bend over a massage table and things like that. You could just sit in a chair like I'm doing right now. Let's see. And Alea says, hi, I've lost my taste, smell, hearing, and now sight. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to develop my ability to feel. Yeah. And that feeling sensation is in the solar plexus. So I have really a good medicine for you. We just had a solar plexus chakra cord cleanse that was super high vibrational. I'll ask my assistant to type in the link for that program. The feeling center is not only your solar plexus, but it's also your sacrum, your svadhisthana chakra. So the lower belly, the abdomen, and the hara, the dantian, the center of your feelings. Now, if that part of you is frozen or locked up, then it makes it a little bit more difficult to feel anything. And also, if our heart walls, our heart shields are up, and if we have armor, that really is there originally to help us feel safe and protected. It's known as a survival response. But if we haven't learned how to scan our chakras, which is also in the program, for any areas of cutoff or imbalance, or where something is going on internally, we can scan internally too with our own inner healer as a guide. But if we're not there yet, then we don't feel anything. That means we don't feel pain, but we also can't feel joy. So I want to work with you to open up your feeling sensations, because as children, if there was trauma or dysfunction in the home, we were taught unconsciously or subliminally, don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. That's how you stay safe and alive. And so we have to learn how we can finally become our own loving parent and reparent all of those wounded, fragile, and scared parts of us that have become numb and frozen, or have automatically, um, automatically we are, our nervous systems have become dysregulated. So we don't feel much of anything because we still haven't processed the trauma, the many traumas, not just one trauma. We're talking about complex PTSD. So the goal here is to start feeling little by little, start opening and start trusting it's safe to release those emotions, whether it's tears of joy, tears of sadness, tears of relief and release, just to release in a very safe environment, and to return to the wisdom of your own body. Yeah. And that will open up all of your senses, your clear gustance, your clear aliens, which is your taste, your sense of taste and smell. And I also have another program that I'll recommend, which is it's a Claire program that opens up all of your senses. So we're not just talking about your eyes, your ears, you know, your feeling, your gut, your claircognizance, your knowing, but also your sense of sensing certain taste, a certain smell, which may indicate, um, visitations from spirit, messages, or information from other realms, or maybe from a loved one. So this is really important. You're right. It is important to gradually, but not to beat yourself up or feel sorry for yourself. Most importantly is to open yourself up to however you sense spirit, or however you receive and transmit energy medicine or information. And Leah is also adding that she's trying to develop her ability to feel vibrational waves of objects and colors. I use a lot of color therapy in my programs and my transmissions, so this is perfect for you. And that she has a medical device, pumps electricity up and down your spine from brain to hip. Keep hitting walls because the batteries are providing openings for spirits to enter. So that would be more like regaining your trust and feeling safe and protected with all kinds of spirits. Just like humans, there are some humans that are kind and well-meaning and regulated and compassionate. And then there are other humans who haven't developed those traits. The same thing happens in the spirit world. And the most important thing is to not allow that fear of the unknown to deter you or to scare you, to actually befriend the spirit world. So I think that is all I'm going to say about that. I'm glad that you're a trans channel and that you are channeling relatives and people are connecting to you. So it's just a question of aligning with the right people, the right souls. Ronald says, I love you very much. Namaste. Happy to be here. Solar plexus call was amazing. Kaylee is saying, here's the link to the solar plexus. Wonderful. So Aaliyah, I hope that that was helpful. And right now, I'm looking at the time and I really want to introduce you and just tell you, give you a little bit more information about the spirit team. And then we'll go into a mini spirit surgery. So you can at least have a taste or sample or experience a little bit, whether you get the chills or you feel some type of like loving, comforting, supportive presence, whether you see flashes of color, or whether you might receive a message or hear a spirit voice, or maybe this is the voice of your higher power or your guardian angels. However you sense spirit is perfect. And the most important thing is not to judge and compare your gifts to other people's gifts. Beautiful. Thank you, Aaliyah. I'm glad this was wonderful for you and that was helpful. So first, get yourself in a comfortable, allow yourself to be your body to fully relax. Taking a few nice, gentle breaths in and out. And just start seeing the color of your room, perhaps moving from white to gold, and envisioning what a blue tint would look like. What would it look like if your room filled up with a very calming, soothing, Arcturian light, a blue light that seems to diffuse all around you, above you, below you, to the sides of you, in back and front. But this blue, tranquil, calming light, you're just breathing in and drinking in that sky blue or royal blue color. And this is the blue ray. And I can say that most of you, if not all of you, are indigos or blue ray star seeds. We're all connected to these planets because we've had lifetimes there, and we still may have lifetimes, parallel timelines on other planets like Arcturus and Star Sirius. So in a nutshell, what's the difference between a 3D doctor in this paradigm and a 5D divine doctor. 3D doctors at this present time on our planet are limited. No one's fault. That's just the way society has set it up. They're uh, overworked. They don't have perhaps enough staff to assist them. It takes months to make an appointment, to get an appointment. There's a shortage of really qualified doctors often. And also doctors in the US at least are split up into different kinds of doctors. So there's not one doctor that oversees all of your body parts or all of your symptoms. So that's why you wind up going through this merry-go-round of trying to find these different specialists, because the doctors are limited, and also what they can learn and what's available in medical school. So they have to specialize in a very narrow intersection of medicine. And most doctors are taught, except for maybe homeopathic doctors or naturopathic doctors, or Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic doctors, most of them are just taught to write a prescription, you know, just like putting a Band-Aid, a temporary Band-Aid on the outside, like, or take a Tylenol, or take this chemical, this medication, this prescription. But then the root of the issue is not addressed. And so it will just play out in another organ, or it will spread to another part of your nervous system. Also, they have limited visiting hours. And they can only really treat, you know, what presents. They're not about preventative medicine for the most part. And like I said, there's a shortage of really qualified specialists who would be able to treat you and treat the root, and really find out how, help you to understand how our human body parts and organs on a cellular and subatomic level relate to each other, how they interact, how they communicate with each other, instead of isolated body parts. And also, lots of medications create side effects, which can make matters worse. That's the 3D realm as it stands now, for the most part. The 5D realm is unlimited. There are infinite qualified specialists. All forms of surgeries are non-invasive instead of invasive, which many surgeries still are, which can create infections and complications. Non-invasive 5D surgery actually is a pleasant sensation. It's a releasing, it's an opening, it's an unlocking. And 5D doctors treat your ascension symptoms, those unexplainable mystery symptoms, when you have a pain here, a pain there, a pain everywhere, you just don't feel right. And you're drained, your energy is drained, depleted, you're losing life force energy in every moment because no one can seem to help you. And it's really scary and frustrating. And so these ascension symptoms might look like problems all of a sudden with your digestive system, with your GI tract, or maybe migraines or tinnitus, or different types of weird, unusual symptoms like insomnia, like waking up for no reason, and anxiety and trepidation in the middle of the night. And that's because as empaths, it's harder for us if we haven't learned how to regulate our own nervous system. So 5D doctors provide alternative quantum solutions, natural remedies, and also unusual insights that we never would have seen, we would have missed if we didn't have a team. They're egoless, they're a group consciousness, there's no ego. Also, they provide infinite solutions, and sometimes that might show up for you in a dream or during a meditation that you would have never thought of or considered if you didn't have the support from your team. And they also provide free choice. So you can call in. You don't even have to go anywhere because they make house calls. And you can call them in anytime you need them, especially when you're going to a new doctor, or maybe you're scheduled for an outpatient procedure or inpatient hospitalization. They work with your 3D doctors as well. They overlight you and they provide guidance to the doctors who are assigned to you on this earth plane. And like I said, no appointments are needed, and you'll learn how to call in your team during the program. Most importantly is that they treat the root cause. So any questions about that? If not, let's proceed. So who are your spirit doctors? They are multi-dimensional councils of celestial light, advanced galactic healers that are physicians, that are surgeons, that are shamans. Many have lived lifetimes on the earth, but many also have never had a human lifetime. So many have walked on the earth, many have not. And now even the ones that did and that were qualified and trained, skilled surgeons on earth once upon a time, now reside on spirit side. And this team empowers, inspires, and encourages you to share your healing gifts as they overlight and support you. They guide you. So this form of energy medicine works faster and easier. And they provide all the insights, the supports, the downloads, so that you're constantly able, continuously, I should say, able to receive this information. How to help a client, how to help yourself, how to help your loved ones, how to help your pet, how to heal your inner child. So it's a combination of your higher self, your inner healer, and the spirit doctors that work 24/7 on your behalf. And they don't just treat what ails you, but they also help to prevent. They have the cosmic cures to prevent. Even if something is growing, whether it's a stone, a tumor, a cyst, they have also doctors on this team that assist to shrink, dematerialize, or demanifest, so that when you go for another CAT scan or an MRI or an X-ray, miraculously, and this doesn't always happen, but it can happen, that they're gone, that all of a sudden they can't find that stone. So there is that as well. Mostly we want to think of this as our family, as our tribe. And they do help with the recovery process as well. Recovery not only from surgeries, but from accidents and injuries. So they are our partners in spirit, our team collaborators, our spirit guides. And they not only help you, but they also help your loved ones. Now, because it seems that many of you are healers or energy healing practitioners, there's also another team a council of spirit doctor mentors, teachers, and masters that will help you, and mostly empaths, to activate your healing gifts, to enhance your natural healing abilities so that you can help more people. And everyone is born with a spirit team, no matter, no matter what you think, everyone has a soul assigned spirit team. And they always overlight us and watch over us. And they reside in higher dimensions, in alternate star systems, in healing centers, rehabilitation centers, or what we call healing hospitals in the Great White Lodge of Shambhala. Shambhala is located in the inner realms on the seventh plane, and sickness, because the vibration is so high and vast, cannot exist. So these 5D healer doctors have access to all of the tools, the divine light instruments, the crystals, the galactic light technologies, the etheric acupuncture, needleless needles, I call them, that work on your etheric bodies. And the etheric layer is the closest to your physical bodies. And what they do when you experience surgery, which you're going to be doing you're going to be experiencing right now, is that they help to dissolve, melt, release, soften, discharge all forms of 3D density, heaviness, intensity, and debris, all forms of shields, imprints, implants, darts, arrows. So you don't need a shield of protection because you're always protected. They also are experts in releasing and purifying toxins so they don't poison your systems. And your team also helps to recollect lost soul parts, and those are the star shamans. The star shamans help to revive and revivify, purify your energy, but also to reclaim your powers, your gifts, your wisdom, and your body's intelligence to turn on your body's natural healing response. So I can say more about them, but right now, let's go right into our spirit surgery transmission so you could actually experience and have at least a better idea or a direct experience. And please don't judge yourself or compare your experience to anyone else in the chat box, because I will be asking all of you after how you're feeling. So everyone has a different experience. Okay, I'm going to ask my assistant to share a slideshow. And the reason I'm sharing these healing images is so you can better connect, more easily connect to your spirit team, to your helpers. So I'm going to just wait a moment and he will start to share his screen with the slideshow. All of these healing images are embedded with Reiki, with medical Reiki, with specific Arcturian healing symbols that you will learn to work with during the program. So we'll start by just sitting back, relaxing, opening, softening, and breathing Just breathing naturally. And you know what to do. Rubbing your hands together activates the light particles in your healing hands. Whether you're Reiki attuned or not, you don't have to be. We're all born with healing hands. And as you rub your hands together, just continue to do so briskly until they really heat up. And you could feel that tingling, pulsating sensation. And then I want you to begin to scan your bodies from above your head to beneath your feet, all the way all over you. And just feel where there might be more stress, tension, worry, anxiety, where there's more pressure, compression, and contraction. And I want you to lay your own hands, because the spirit doctors, once you find those areas, the byoki energy, which in Reiki means, in Japanese, means the infected energy, the impure energy, they're going to lay their hands and hover their hands over yours. So just find those areas and lay your hands over them. If you can't find them, just place one hand over your heart and the other over your stomach. You can even place your other hand, and by spreading your fingers apart and holding your upper and your lower abdomen at the same time. So just ask your body parts and the wisdom, the intelligence of your own natural healing response to turn on, to return to life, to start operating and showing you what you need to do to heal yourself first, so that you can help heal others better, stronger. What part of your body holds the most tension? Just find the pain points. And now we're going to call in everyone's 5D team to come and overlight you in your room and to look down upon you, to gaze at you, and to extend their hearts, to link their hearts with yours, and see if you can notice, without searching for an answer, what do they look and feel like to you? And just breathe their light in 100%, raising your light quotient. And breathe that light in, their light, this divine, galactic, Arcturian light, the light from the halls of Shambhala, the light from compassionate and loving allies into your eyes, into your hands, holding out your hands, and then into your heart, pulling this light, this expansive, luminous light, this crystal diamond light, into your eyes, into your hands, pulling it in and allowing this light to seep through any walls or shields or armor around your heart, and just keep pulling that light in through your skin, in through each organ, in through each muscle, softening, relaxing, opening. And now reach your hands up. We're going to connect with solar consciousness, the light of the galactic, from the galactic core, from solar light beings, Helios, Vesta, Amaterasu, all of the solar deities that are now radiating this warm sunlight, this spirit light that's penetrating through your crown and moving and pouring all the way down. And just keep taking that light in, bathing yourself in this sunlight, this moonlight, this starlight, just becoming space, drinking and swallowing the sunlight and allowing that sunlight to start removing and dropping false masks, false armor, a false identity, and dissolving the veils that have covered and blocked, that have covered your eyes, that have blocked your higher power, that have blocked, disconnected you from spirit, from your I am that I am present. Now rub your hands together again, feeling how good it would feel to return to your home planet, your birth star. You have the right for a free return. Your birthright is to live wherever you want. So let's call in your team. Keep reaching out and up and outwards and just receiving and taking in, allowing all of the help, all of the support, all of the light, all of the life force energy, the chi, the ki, the prana, to bathe and shower you with peace, with pleasure, with joy. Now coming back to noticing with eyes open or closed, this Arcturian electric neon blue, this blue light, this blue ray, this healing therapy mixed with infrared and ultra white violet light. Just allow all that energy to spread and saturate through every bone, through every cell, through every muscle and every organ, through every chakra. And we invite in the etheric light acupuncturist to find those pain points and insert that holy light inside each of those blocks, just opening up, spreading open the walls, the curtains, the shields and blocks, and allowing your gifts to rise to the surface. Breathing into your gifts, into what's different and special and unique, honoring and owning your power. Your inner, your outer eyes are filling, being poured with light. Your hands have now become golden, and you may even feel other sets of hands from your spirit team, from ascended masters, from spirit doctors. They might be working on you right now. And just sit back and allow the Arcturian light instruments to be pulled out of their toolkit. Their hearts are still linked with your hearts, with your higher power, your star ancestors entering the room now, being filled up with miraculous healing solutions. that may not exist on our planet yet, that you can have full access to. And now envision all sentient beings receiving this miraculous healing. And while your hands are over your heart, you might feel your muscles twitching, or just a sense of another form of a divine presence, whether it's a divine light instrument, whether it's advanced light technology that you're plugging into, that's spinning and sweeping away all etheric debris, all mucus, all forms of fear and negativity. And we call in your star team and your earth team and all forms of healers that have ever existed. Just keep breathing in that blue cleansing light and allow it to bathe and wash your aura bright and clean until your aura, your field, is now glowing. And allow that light to activate your halo, to fly with the wings or on the wings of the Arcturian angels. And as you're being worked on, please tell them, please tell your team and thank them. Thank them for coming. And now they're spreading a healing balm, anointing every chakra, anointing the palms of your hands. Notice your hands. Do they seem different? Can you touch a person now, a pet, an object, and just feel that your hands are totally on fire? And maybe they're not on fire, but your heart is. Your heart is open. The fire in your belly is activating. Your body's healing response is expanding, turning back on. Your own internal power switch is back on. And now just rub your fingers together and feel that your inner healer has created a healing balm in this Arcturian inner pharmacy. And just spread that balm all over you, wherever you feel that you're suffering, that you're in pain, you're feeling broken, that there are too many rips, tears, holes, or opening, that you feel shredded by life, that you feel split, and that your soul is ruptured. Go ahead and take that healing balm, that putty, that celestial glue, that honey nectar, and just spread it all over you. And whatever you can't reach, just ask the spirit doctors to reach those hard to reach areas for you. And now allow the Arcturian angels to spread an angel honey, another balm of nectar, wherever you need it. You can place it over your face, your neck, your heart, your belly. And just on the next in and out breath, exhaling longer, fuller, and deeper to regulate your vagus system. Just expand your belly nice and big and allow this exit point. Allow all of that pain to liquefy from a solid mass to liquid light. And give it all to your doctors and let them pull it out through your navel or out through your crown, or out through the front or back of your heart. And just release with a nice full exhalation, a big ah sound, and a big shout of gratitude to your team for finally seeing you, hearing you, finding you, and helping you. Reminding you that you're already a healer, whether you have one client or 10 clients, or whether you have 500 clients or 0 clients. There is someone out there in this world that needs you. So thanking the team from Arcturus, thanking the galactic light doctors, surgeon shamans, ascended masters, the teachers, the mentors, the guardians, the friends. And coming back to your body, brushing yourself off from your journey. And I thank you for taking this journey with me. Please ground and make sure that you're fully back in your body temple, back in your body vessel. And we'll take a moment for a 30-second break. And I'm going to share my screen again. And I want to thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you, Aaliyah. Oh, we'll just take a moment to come back and go grab a drink of water or a cup of light and drink it now. And during the program, by the way, I'll also be sharing how to charge your water. So I'm excited about that. And also how to bless your food. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So thank you, everyone. So Abina, can you share the screen? I just want to talk for another moment or two, and then I'll let you get on with your day about what you can expect in the in my brand new Spirit Doctor Practitioner program. We did have a program in January, which was all about self-healing for empaths. So I do recommend that program. If you missed it, I'll have Obina share that link in the chat box. And just click on it now, as well as the solar plexus chakra cleanse. And that'll just kind of help you to, or prepare you for the class that's coming up on Saturday, which is mostly devoted to helping others. Now, you don't have to do this. You don't have to take this program if you're not an energy healer, a Reiki practitioner, a coach, a body worker, a reader, Akashic reader, a shamanic practitioner. And if you just have any other kind of job and you just were curious about today, that's totally okay. However, you can do this as a hobby. You can do this voluntarily. You can just offer yourself up and your gifts, the gifts you were born with that that you don't even know about, as an offering for all of the people, the children, the elderly, the babies that are suffering, that have no choice. You can send this healing at a distance from the comfort of home, wherever you are. So please don't think that you have to be a specially trained, experienced, or awesome, professional, seasoned energy healer to take this course. Beautiful. Ronald is saying, thank you, Vandana. I experienced so much healing in my body parts today. Your work is amazing. Oh my goodness. OMG. Thank you, Ronald. So, let's go back to lesson 1, can you? Because I didn't read that yet. So, if you're all paying attention, you're all here. I'll just quickly go over what you're going to learn, what we're going to mostly practice. This is hands-on practice. You know, this is not like theoretical, you just like passively learning. We're going to be doing the work, the inner work that many of us have put off for way too long because it seems scary, right? But I promise that you'll be in a safe environment and I'll be holding your hand and walking you through every step of the way, through everything that you were meant to do, so that you could finally feel confident in your abilities. So lesson 1, it's about working on healing your own chakra blocks, to raise your vibration. You'll really become masterful at offering full mind-body scans to locate the root, the core of these stagnant, stuck energy blocks in yourself and others. And also you'll learn, who are the spirit doctors? What are their names? What planet are they from? What dimension do they live in? What's their energy signature? How can I recognize their presence? How can I tell when they're here with me and when they're not? And you'll be able to practice self-healing hand treatment placement positions and protocols, just like with Reiki, except no complicated symbols to memorize or remember how to draw. And lesson 2, you'll learn how to offer consults. I'll also provide intake forms and energy readings, intuitive readings, counseling sessions for loved ones and clients, whether that's a child, a parent, a partner, a pet. Also healing with pendulum dowsing, really like dowsing for information that you can't seem to access yet, or for trapped energy, or just energetic interferences that may be buried and trapped. And that means that you're unaware of what to do next. And also you'll be able to practice these hand positions, these Arcturian healing symbols. You'll be able to offer safe, gentle, and therapeutic healing touch. And that would be in person, but you can also transmit these sessions at a distance. And then you'll be able to work directly with Dr. Lorfan. And he is known as the miraculous galactic physician of the entire universe. And if his name, I should say their name because they're genderless, if the name Dr. Lorfan feels familiar, or you're experiencing some type of remembrance or like a deja vu sensation, that means that you most likely worked with Dr. Lorfan before in his healing temples. So Dr. Lorfan is the expert at clearing core fear, energetic imprints, and implants. So you'll be able to work directly side by side with Dr. Lorfan. And lesson 3, I will transmit Arcturian light codes, key codes, with Arcturian light surgeons. And this will really help to rewire the electrical system and to calm down and regulate your clients' nervous systems. And also deep clearing. So I'll be teaching you how to run clearings and other types of light codes that will dissolve the stuck pain points, and where you can self-correct them. Also, I'll teach you how to guide people on this type of meditative journey, like I just did with you now. So taking people on these soul journeys, these relaxation journeys, and this is through the art of mindfulness. And this is about reclaiming your gifts, but also helping others to reclaim and remember theirs. Because we all have an inner healer inside of us, inside of our own inner pharmacy. Each lesson will also include a different Arcturian symbol to help you to channel, connect, and communicate with your team. And lesson 4 is all about the shamanic star beings. And those are the ones that will help you with soul loss recovery and soul retrieval. Many times growing up, we're taught to hide and suppress our powers, our gifts, and our abilities. So we need to reclaim and ask our powers to come back. And I'll ask you to get a small drum or a singing bowl to use vibrational sound healing as well. And you'll be able to really just feel more confident to channel whatever guidance comes through to heal, seal, and balance your field and the field of others that come to you that seek healing, that you can help only if you would believe and trust in your abilities. These techniques are meant for psychic empaths. And if you're a psychic empath, then most likely your audience, your clients, your students will also be attracted to you vibrationally and will find you. So you can help them as well as help yourself. Yep, then I'll provide the intake consultation forms so you know the right questions to ask before interviewing or taking on a new client. And the great part about this program is that you'll be able to unmute your mic. You won't have to hide behind your camera. You can speak anytime you like, and I'll be observing you practicing these healing techniques on yourself and each other. And also I'll be asking you to, if possible, to invite a friend or a loved one or a roommate or whoever it is that you want to invite as a surrogate, as a client, so they can receive a free healing session from you. So that's a win-win situation. And then at the end of the 4 sessions, you'll receive a Spirit Doctor Energy Healer Practitioner Certificate. So you'll be able to become a certified Spirit Doctor Healer. You don't need to be a Reiki master. There are no qualifications or prerequisites. The only thing you need, the only thing I ask of you is that you have a pure heart, an open mind, and a strong desire to heal humanity, to heal as many beings as you can. So I am offering a special coupon, a $50 discount for all of those who sign up now, who cannot ignore their soul calling and are feeling truly inspired to take this program because of all of the benefits that you'll have access to, that you'll be receiving. So I'm going to ask my assistant to just type in the link for the Spirit Doctor training program. And I ask all of you who have attended to click on the link now. And also, I'll be sending that coupon within the next hour. So just keep an eye on your inbox, because the coupon is only going to be good for the next 24 hours. So if this is it, if you feel like, oh my goodness, how can I not take this course? Then I would love to see you in class. And does anyone else have a question before we say goodbye? Because I see that it's 12:29. So Aaliyah is asking, because she can see, could you send me your PowerPoint? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be creating a PowerPoint presentation, which I always have, which I always send 24 hours after each live call. So yes, the PowerPoint presentation will be included. Thank you for asking. Aaliyah says, you're a blessing. No one would address the questions I had until now. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, Aaliyah. Oh, that's warms my heart. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Thank you, Vandana. Much appreciated. Many blessings and have a blessed day. Same to you, Deborah. Amy says, thank you so much for this healing session. I so look forward to the upcoming course. I love all the aspects that are interwoven. Yeah, thank you for noticing that. It's a super integrated healing process. And that was my intention, is to just take all of my energy medicine modalities that I've become certified in over the years, put them all in a beautiful uh, healing toolkit, right? Or a beautiful recipe that's really different. So thank you for noticing that. It's not just, this is integrated. This is an all-inclusive healing system that I don't think anybody else has ever created. So thank you for sharing that, Amy. And does anyone else have any other questions? If not, I just want to thank all of you for being here. Can I speak with you in private? I'm going to send you, actually, Obina, can you just type in the consultation, my calendar, so you can schedule a 15-minute consultation with me, Gayla, because I don't have time after this, but I'd love to speak with you over the next couple of days. So Obina, if you could just type in the Calendly link, that would be great. Oh yeah. Let's go back to the sales page, but also type in the calendar link for Gayla so she can schedule a private consult with me. So let's do that first. And then we'll come back to the tuition fee, which is all on the sales page. Ronald says you are an answer to my prayers. Thank you. And Ronald says that he spoke with Joshua David Stone, who introduced this type of healing back in the early 1990s. Yeah, I think it was actually even before then. So Gayla, I don't know if you're alone or if you can like click on the calendar link. I'm thinking, Gayla, can you type in your email address? Or we probably have it, but I just want to make sure that you can schedule a consult with me. If we can't be live on all the dates, is the recording available? Yes. I highly encourage you to try to be at least on the majority of them. But if an emergency comes up and there's no way you can do it, that's okay. I'll allow that because it's really about your intention. Ronald says, I never found any teaching like this before. Yeah, it's true. It's very different. How to heal. What was I going to say? Oh, I also want to share that I probably will be changing the second, third, and fourth dates. So to give you more time to process in between each transmission, in between each program. So after the first one this Saturday, the dates will be every other Saturday. So this way it gives you more time to process and integrate everything you've learned and also more time to practice on somebody else. So hopefully that will work for more people. And the classes for the 4 sessions, it's 8 hours, or it probably would be, it might be even 9 or 10 hours, depending. We'll ask Spirit. It's $333, but you can also make a easy payment plan. So you can spread it out in 3 payments. And if you're really financially strapped, I don't want anyone to be turned away because they don't have enough money to take this program. So just email me privately at vanzanalighealing@gmail.com and let me know. Like, I really feel like I need this class. It's really going to help me, but really having trouble paying my bills. So we can come up with an alternative payment arrangement. But the 3 easy payments is also great. And that's $113 3 times. So does anyone else have any other questions? Gloria, did that answer your question? You're welcome, Walter. Okay, beautiful. So again, if you have any questions or you forgot to ask me something, or for people who weren't able to make the live call today and are just, watching this replay, please reach out to me on my website at vandanalighealing.com. Once you subscribe and sign up, you'll receive a free gift. And also, you can always email me and let me know what's going on, how you enjoyed today's session. If there are any blocks or obstacles that are standing in your way that you want me to help you with, that you need some guidance around. Sometimes it's divine timing, but oftentimes it's not. If we say, oh, we're too busy, I'm so busy. But if you know and trust and see and honor the value of this course, then time is not a thing, because time is not real anyway. So, but if there are any fear blocks or, obstacles or challenges, let me help you like walk through them and unwind them. Because chances are it has to do with self-confidence and maybe not feeling good enough or worthy enough or deserving enough, that you don't have what it takes to take this course. But I have good news for you. You all have what it takes to take this course. It's inside of you. So please remember that and honor your gifts. Honor what's really different and special about you. And thank you for being here today. Time flexibility. What does that mean, time flexibility? Do you mean that the 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern is difficult for you? And are you asking if I'm willing to change the times or the days? Okay, what are the times and the days that you are available? And everyone, please, if Saturdays at 12 don't work for you, I'd love to hear from everyone now, because I am willing to consider other time frames as long as you get your needs met. So, Gloria, do you want to tell me what times and days of the week you are available? That would be easier and more convenient. And I'll just wait for your response. Gloria, if you don't know right now, that's okay. You can look at your calendar, and that goes for all of you. Please check your calendar now or after the call and let me know. Let me know what dates are better, what times are better. Again, send me an email at vanzanalighealing@gmail.com. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here with me. I love you and deeply appreciate you, and have a beautiful rest of your day and happy full moon. Bye-bye for now.